Hi guys, welcome back. So today's video is another take on the faux vellum paper, no oil whatsoever involved. I know a lot of people had some issues with that, and I don't know if it's climate has something to do with it, but mine never ever bled. Once I drained it out onto the paper bag overnight, it never bled. But like I said, I don't know if maybe climate could have something to do with that. Guys, I'm still having that fly. And like I said in yesterday's video, the only thing that my fly strip has caught is me. And I'm probably up to about 10 times that I've been caught in it now. That's the fun I'm having. This is crazy. Anyway, so today I am going to show you another take on the vellum paper. And you can see how beautiful this is. It is stunning. And I am using my Belmont paper to do this. So let me get a sheet and kind of see if you can see how beautiful this is. So this is a sheet that's not done, and then this is a sheet that is done. And so I'm taking this, and you can see through the pocket there. So let me show you how easy this is to do. Absolutely love this. So what I've got, let me just see if there's a different one that I want to use. Let me use this one. Okay. So you can pick up beeswax from, and that's what we're using today. And you can pick this up fairly reasonable. This actually is a chunk from that I've had forever, and it had gotten so bad from running my my thread through it, and so I just shaved some of it off today. But I do have the beeswax pellets, but I figured I would just use this since I already have it. And it needs to be used. But you can get, I think, a jar of the beeswax pellets from Amazon for $8, I believe. And trust me, those pellets go a long way. They will do a lot of paper. So, the only thing you need, and you know, my desk here is a glass top desk, so I'm not worried about having anything under it. If you don't have a glass mat or glass top desk or something like that, I would suggest using your ironing board. And I have my iron right here, and I have it on the silk setting, and I don't mind using my iron straight on this wax. I have been using it all day, and you see it's just as clean as it can be. It does not bother me. If that's something you are concerned about, then you can pick up a little cheap iron. I know Walmart a lot of times has irons for $5, but I know that this one it has not affected mine. So I'm just going to take some of this beeswax, and I'm just going to layer it on here. Just kind of spread it out, and you will have to probably put more on it after you pull your iron up, and you'll be able to see where it needs to go. So I've got that, and the only thing I'm going to do now is I'm just going to set my iron on it, and it will literally just start melting that wax into the paper. So I'm just kind of running it around. I do have a piece of the parchment paper underneath here, just because I don't really feel like having to scrub the wax up off of my desk, but that's the only reason why. And we got that pretty covered. Just that quickly. I'm looking to see, I see a little white spot. I see a little white spot here that I want to put some wax on. And so I have some wax still on my mat, on my parchment paper from doing it earlier. I'm going to see if it'll kind of pick it up some, because I'm thinking it will. And it looks like it did. So I'm just going to run it over it one more time really good. Just to make sure. Y'all see that fly? Guys, I don't know what to do. And I don't know why they're in here. I don't leave anything out, nothing opened. It's crazy. And there you go, guys. Look how beautiful. And it'll, as it cools down, it will become more clear. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Isn't that just lovely? Absolutely gorgeous. Now, you can iron over the back if you're worried about it, but I mean, it pretty much got all of it, and it doesn't, listen at it. So let me show you a piece before and a piece after. Check it out. Cool, I love it. Let's do some more. Since I have some more wax cut. And so even, you know, I like to do things using Dollar Tree stuff right now to show you guys, you know, that you don't have to spend a lot of money. Now, I have not tried this, but someone did say that you could even use the melting wax that Dollar Tree has. But I will go and pick some up tomorrow. I'm actually filming this on Thursday, and it will upload on Saturday. So what I'll do is I will go into town tomorrow, and I will pick up some of the wax melts from Dollar Tree, and just I would like to see if they will work. I'm curious to know. And you know, if they do, you know, I will tell you guys, because I'm all about the whole Dollar Tree right now, or $1.25 tree, or whatever you want to call it. Because I'm telling you, finances are tough right now for everybody. But, you know, even getting it at the price that I do from Amazon, it's not bad. Not when you consider the price of Vellum. And then, you know, what you would save and how much it would cost to do so much paper. This is a lot cheaper option than going, even if you have to buy the wax from Amazon. But yeah, look at that. And you see, it's not hard at all. And so, you know, like, I know a lot of people, like I said earlier, had issues with the oil because they, on some of their projects, they said, I guess it maybe bled, but this does not bleed. Let me see if I have something that I can show you. I don't have anything right here. But it is, you know, the wax, once it's dried on there. But it is just, it's beautiful. I love it. Let's do, I have some more cut out. I have enough to do at least one more. So let me just spread this out. And like I said, this literally takes just a little tiny bit of wax in no time whatsoever, which that's the good thing. And to be able to make the vellum out of the different papers that you're using in your journals. And now this is just regular copy paper that I have printed these on. So it will work on cardstock, but whenever you use your cardstock, it will not be as, it will not go as transparent as it does on here. And then the only other suggestion I have is just to make sure you do it on a lower heat, like I'm doing this with the silk setting. No steam. place, it looks like. But that's the one thing with me having a glass desk, is it will be easier to come off. And it looks like I got that one pretty well covered. Look, guys, it's so pretty. Oh my goodness. And you can see this one, when I get it in the light just right, you can see where it's still warm. But once it cools, like this one is already cool, so you can see it's gone. And this one is already cooled down. So once it cools, you know, even that part of it's gone. So let's see. I have some more wax. I have a little bit. I don't know if I have enough to do a whole sheet, but we'll give it a try. So like I said, just and play around with it. Now see, I have, because I have a glass desk, you can see this wax is already melting because my desk is staying hot underneath. I'm just going to shave a few pieces of this off. Be a little more cautious than I'm being. You guys know that I'm crazy. So that's all I'm doing, is just shaving a little bit of it off, trying to get it covered. And I probably have enough wax on the paper and on my desk to actually cover this, but we'll just go. Look how it's already melting just because of how hot my desk is. And I'm getting some right here around the corners because that's where it's a little bit more difficult for me to spread it to. So that's what I'm doing there. So I'm really trying to do, like I said, I'm really trying to do more stuff with Dollar Tree stuff. But if I find something that I can't really do with Dollar Tree. Guys, my son called. So anyway, if I can't bring, you know, if I can't show you stuff with Dollar Tree stuff, I am trying to at least show you cheaper alternatives to use stuff that you want to use in your craft projects. So that's what I'm doing. All right, let's see, that should be enough. So let's try this and let's just go over it. And again, I just have it on the silk setting. And it seems to be warm enough on the silk setting. Move that out of the way. And now one thing I'm going to do, I will turn this over because I have so much wax on the bottom paper that maybe it'll go ahead and soak up the rest that doesn't have wax on it. It looks like it is. Yep, it looks like I'm getting it. And you can see it doesn't affect my iron in the least. But if that's something you're worried about, you know, you can either use like a craft iron, or you can put some another piece of the parchment paper between your iron and the paper. That'll work too. So, all right, guys. Well, this was a little bit shorter video, but I did want to show you guys how amazing this turns out. I don't want to set it back down there because that's still warm, but this was the piece that was still wet. And you can see it is just, it's beautiful. And when I take a piece right here that is not done, and see, I can put it behind it and see how you can see it. It's just, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. But yeah, I will also, you know, it may be an upcoming video, but I will pick up some of the wax melts from Dollar Tree and we will give it a try and just see if they work. You know, we won't know until we try. And I'm willing to give it a try. So that's it, guys. Go make you some beeswax, vellum, whatever you want to call it, and get crafting. And like I said, this was my Belmont kit. I will try to link this kit in the description box below if you want to also work with the same kit that I worked with today. You can see it turned out beautiful. Love it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Okay, guys, so I decided to not end the video because I went in my mom's house to get something, and I seen that she had this wax warmer, and she had some Dollar Tree wax melts in it. So I asked her if she had any more of them that I could try, and she did not. So I borrowed what she had in here. And so that's what I have over here. These are the lavender. I have no idea if it will work or not. So what I've done is I've printed out 3 designs of the exact same thing. Now these are out of the Hope's Rose collection. Because what I figured I would do is put the wax on one from Dollar Tree, wax on one that is the beeswax, and then one without. So that way we can kind of compare and see if the wax from Dollar Tree will work or not. So let's just get started. I am just going to sprinkle this wax all over this page. And like I said, I don't know. It may or may not work, but we are going to find out together. And again, my iron, the heat setting is on silk. So let's just see, guys. I may be making a huge boo-boo and mess up, but then again, I might be. It's looking like it's going to work, guys. And your paper will smell good. Okay, so I am just trying to make sure I have all of it covered, because I can see a little bit of white spots. All right, let's pull this up. Let me check how my iron looks, and it still looks good, even with the Dollar Tree wax. And I must say that my paper smells very nice. And guys, check it out. I think I need to iron it right there again, because I didn't, that was a bigger chunk. So let me do that. But guys, it looks like your wax melt from Dollar Tree will work. Wow. Okay, that is a huge thing. We'll see how it is once it cools down, because, you know, that may be a different story. So, in order to not cross-contaminate my wax, I am flipping this inside out, because I want it to be a true representation. Okay. And I'm going to put this down, and now we are going to put the beeswax down. So I'm just putting this down, and this is cut into bigger chunks because I was just robbing the rest of what I had. All right, so now let's see what we have. Let's do the same thing. Let's just put the iron on it, melt that wax. Which we know that this is going to work, but what I'm trying to do is just show you, I want to see what the difference is between the using something from Dollar Tree, like the wax melts, versus using the actual beeswax. these gnats seem to really enjoy this wax for some reason. I guess maybe because it's the beeswax. Okay. So let's pull this up and take a look. Let me put this extra wax over here out of the way for just a minute. All right, so this one is the one with the beeswax, and this one is the one with the Dollar Tree wax, and then this one is the Faux. So the biggest thing that I can see is like a little bit of a color variation. So this one is plain. This one is the beeswax, and it's more of a yellowish orange color. And then this one is got like a purple tint because I use the purple wax. So your wax from Dollar Tree will work. And it makes beautiful paper. And it smells good. So that's a plus. I'm just smelling the beeswax paper doesn't really smell, so but if you're going to use the Dollar Tree wax melts, just make sure that it's a fragrance that you enjoy, or that's not, and they may even have some that's like real generic or not real strong. But yeah, guys, so there's that. And while I have this out, there was something else I wanted to try. So I have these paper dollies from Dollar Tree. And I want to see what these would look like with wax on them. This, again, this may not work. But you know what? How are we going to know unless we try? Okay, so that's some big chunks there, but it'll be okay. So let's do this one. Let's melt that beeswax onto it. Where did my dolly go? Okay, so that might be an issue. The dolly is so fine, and I think I put way too much wax on it. In fact, I know I put way too much wax on it, and that had some of the other wax on it, but I want to see how it will do. Which, if this works, this would be cute to use some of the different colored wax melts, because you see how it changed the color of that. Oh, I like it. Look, guys. That is really pretty. Oh, yeah. How cool is that? That will be a great addition to... Oh, and look at here. I have enough wax on here to probably just, look, just soak up the wax that's on my table. Let's see. Let's do some more like that. Now I'm not wasting all that wax that's left on that paper. Ah, I love that. You guys know I love that. Now I'm just trying to get that off. Wow, look. And this is just using up the wax that's already on my paper here. So that's wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. I love it. Because that is making good use. You know, if the wax that you're leaving on your papers, that's money wasted. So you can take these thin dollies like this and just put them right down onto that paper, and they will soak up that wax. Look how pretty these are. Those are going to be beautiful in a journal. And I'm just going to continue soaking up this wax that I have on here. Now, with these dollies, because they are so thin, I am finding that I need to hold on to an edge so that my iron doesn't eat them. Look at that. How pretty. Let's see, we got enough wax on here to do a few more. Let's try it. Let's see how many we can do. I think I might have 2 on this one. I think I do. These are, do y'all hear the dogs? I am so sorry. I am so sorry. It's like they know when I come in here to film. And their pen is right outside my craft studio, so I can't help but hear them when they get started. And the chickens, I've told y'all this before, I think the chickens do it on purpose. The chickens will go right over to their pen, and it's like the chickens know what they're doing. Okay, let's do it a little bit more. And guys, look how many doilies I've done just with the little bit of wax that was left on my wax paper, or my parchment paper that I'm using. I've done several doilies. Oh, and I have wax in here. Let's do this, guys. Because, you know, whatever you don't use, that is money wasted. I'm just layering these in here. Maybe. Let's do that one. And then we'll put a couple more on the top here. I'm thinking maybe because of how thin these are, I might put parchment paper on top. It might help my iron from not eating them. And I have parchment paper left from yesterday somewhere. It's right here. So look what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn it over to where it's the side that doesn't have the wax on it, facing up, and then I will do this. So now my doilies are getting the wax from yesterday, and I'm not having to pick them off of my iron. So let's see how that looks. We may have to turn them over, but let's take a peek. Oh, those are looking good, guys. Look. Look, 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 look. Just using up wax that we already had. Love that. Love, 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 love that. Let's take a look at these. These need a little bit more wax on them, so I'm just going to flip them around like that. Let's put a little bit of wax on them, because I only used that Dollar Tree wax the one time on this paper here. There's a piece of burnt. All right, and let's do a couple more on this. So it looks like you can probably just do this with just about any paper. So if you have not went to Dollar Tree and picked up any wax melts, I think it would be a good idea to do that, because you can make your faux vellum using the Dollar Tree wax paper melt, or wax melts. And that's the one thing with making your faux vellum like this is, you know, if you live in a climate where the oil doesn't completely dry and you worry about the oil leaching out onto your journals, this would be a good way to remedy that, because the wax will not do that. just trying to get as much spread around as I can. So let me do this. Let me move these because the areas where I had the hearts, I've just about used up all the wax, which is a good thing. Because even though it is relatively inexpensive doing it like this, I still don't want to waste any of it. You know, I've said money is hard to come by. And things are so expensive now. Alright, so it looks like I might need to add a little bit more wax on these. So let's do that. Let's just add a little tiny bit. And then we'll call this video done for real this time. So I apologize that the video is a little longer than normal, but I just really wanted to get back on here and update you guys, and because I was curious myself how this was going to do with the Dollar Tree wax melts. And I was just going to go ahead and do it. And then I said, no, you know what? I want to bring them along, whether it works or not. I wanted to bring you guys along to, you know, show you. Because I like to keep everything real on my channel. I don't want to you know, make you think something works if it doesn't, or make you think that everything works out perfect every single time, because I promise you it does not. So yeah, that was my thought process. And I do have to say that I love this, and this is very fun. Okay, let's take a look at all of our dollies now and just see. So that turned out okay. That one's good. Might need to. That one's good. That one's good. And I am not going to throw this wax paper away again because I have wax on it, and I will be able to use the wax that's on it. I will turn it inside out. And let's check these out. Oh, these are so pretty, but I think I need to spread them around a little bit more because there's still some chunks of the wax. So let's do that. So I'm just kind of, as I'm pushing down with my iron, I'm just kind of pushing, applying a little bit of pressure and just moving it so that it'll try and sort some of that out, you know, mush it out of the way, which that looks better. Yep, and I'm not going to try and get all of this wax up right now because I've already had this video going for so long. But there you go, guys. So we have found out that even the wax from Dollar Tree will work in doing your vellum papers, your faux vellum papers. So make sure that you run and get you some of that. And look at these, I guess you could call them like vellum dolly hearts or something. Look at all of those. So if you wanted to do them like in different colors, you could get the different colored waxes if you like the smells, and these little dollies that you can pick up from Dollar Tree. And you could do them like that. So, and then I'll show you this once again. So this is unwaxed beeswax and Dollar Tree wax melts. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.